friends, welcome to this week's reading vlog. It's currently Monday. I am just finishing up with my lunch break, so I wanted to hop on and start the vlog. I don't know what this week's gonna look like. Last week I was pretty busy. This week I don't anticipate being as busy, but you know, you never know what could happen. Last night I picked up The Summer Wifes by Beatrice Williams. I'm about 92 pages in. It's a quick read. I'm not really sure what's going on. I think it's going to be more of like a character-driven novel than a plot-driven novel because nothing's happened really. So this is historical fiction set in the 50s, and there is an island in New England that you have like the locals who live there year round, and then you have the wealthy who just live there for the summer. And so you're getting perspectives of local, and then also of like some of the wealthy patrons that live there like for the summer. And so right now we're just kind of getting to know everybody and see how everybody's kind of like entwined and who everyone is. So far the main character's name is Miranda. She has moved onto the island because her mother has married a man who has a summer house on that island, and so they're living on the island for the summer. It's her first summer, and she's just trying to get to know her new stepsister. And then there's a boy named Joseph who is a person that lives on the island year round, and so she kind of has a little bit of a crush on him. And then the section that I just got to is that same girl, Miranda, but it's like 18 years in the future, and she has traveled back to the island. So I think we're gonna get like glimpses of her past when she first started living on the island, and maybe like her, I'm assuming there's gonna be like some kind of love affair and some kind of scandal or something. Like I said, this is in the 50s, and then like her current day life heading back to the island after not being there for, you know, 18 years. So far it's okay. I want to see where it's going. It's easy to read, bit confusing, but it's easy to read, and I do like a good historical fiction. So I think I'm gonna enjoy this. We will see. But that's that. And then last week I picked up Queen of Shadows. This is the 4th book in the Throne of Glass series. I am 300 pages into it. I did not finish it last week, obviously. This is a 600-page book, and I didn't read a lot. So hopefully I can get this done this week sometime. I'm quite enjoying this one. It's quite action-packed. I do not like the alpha male dynamic in here. There are two like alpha males, and they don't like each other, and they're like broody and just ugh. I don't like that. Like the relationship between Adian and Rowan, like like male ego, man. Horrible. So but other than that, it's pretty action-packed, and I do quite enjoy it. Kale is still getting on my nerves. I am still not enjoying him. I think he's ridiculous. But overall, it's a good story, and it's quick because it's action-packed. So if I make time for it, I'm sure I can get through it this week. So those are the 2 books that I plan on working on this week. If I happen to finish those and I want to pick up something else, we'll see, you know, what I pick up. I really want to get to The Dead in the Dark. I really want to read that one. So maybe I'll pick that up next. Or, I don't know. The Book of Ivy, maybe one of those two. Those sound pretty interesting. So we'll see. We'll see what the week brings. So it's currently Friday. I don't think I've talked to you guys since Monday. I do have some reading updates for you. I have read this week. It has just been a crazy week with work, with life. My dog, Gracie, my Scottish Terrier, she injured her leg this week. Not really sure how. And she's also injured her shoulder on the opposite side. So her back right knee and her front left shoulder. I'm assuming it's just from like jumping off of the bed or the couch or something. We really don't have carpet in this house, but we do have a rug in the living room. We also have a rug in our bedroom, but I mean, it's hard floors. So I'm assuming she just hurt herself. She does, she has had a tear in her knee before, the opposite knee. She's also had problems with her hips before. So she went to the vet on Tuesday. And then she went back again today. We did some x-rays. We got to see her hips, and they look amazing. So the process they use is called PRP, and basically they like draw her blood, they put it through this process, and then they re-inject it into her plasma, and they put her in a hyperbaric chamber. It's like a whole thing, but she took really well to it last time, and seeing it today, we just saw like her hips are almost symmetrical now, and they did not look like that a year ago. So it really worked for her. Her knee looks great. And it's funny because the x-ray they took today, it looks like we just took the old x-ray and we like flipped it around, because her knees look almost identical. So the same problem that she had in her left knee, she now has in her right knee, which apparently happens a lot. So she's gonna be okay. She's in a lot of pain right now. She's pretty stressed out. I feel really bad. But we do have her on pain medications, and you know, she's not really walking around a lot. She can't even climb up the steps in the backyard to like go out. So my husband's been carrying her outside and then carrying her back up the steps. So it's just been, it's been a lot, you know. I don't like to see my fur babies in pain, and you know, it's gonna be a long week for her because she doesn't go back for the procedures until Thursday. But after those procedures are done, she should be in tip-top shape again, and she should be able to run around and do everything that she was doing before. So, you know, I'm just really grateful for her vet. Her vet is so wonderful, and she really cares about her animals, and her patients, and you know, I just feel really lucky to have her. She was so giddy when she like brought the x-rays from today and showed me versus the x-rays from her a year ago after she had the procedure done, because her hips just look so great, like better than we could have ever expected them to look, honestly. It just makes my heart happy. So yeah, that's just been my week. I mean, work, like I said, has been crazy. Dealing with the dogs has been crazy, and yeah. So I did manage to get some reading done this week. I don't know, did I tell you guys it's Friday? It's Friday. It's like 5:30. I'm done with my work week, thank God. I was reading The Summer Wives by Beatrice Williams on Monday, and I did finish this one. I ended up giving it 3 stars. I did not get on with the writing. It took me a long time to get into the writing. It was quite confusing. The way the novel is written, it's like you're in a month in summer, because this is all set during the summer. So you're in the month of June, but within the month of June you have like a character from 1931, then you have a character from 1950, and then you have a character from 1969, and they're all in the same month, and it's all intertwined, and it just took me a long time to get into. Trigger warnings on this one for miscarriage, for domestic abuse, for sexual assault, for attempted rape. So keep that in mind. There is a lot of sex in this book. This is basically about a group of people that live on an island in New England. So there's people that live there seasonally, and then there's people that live there year round. The seasonal people are rich, but they're all like a tight-knit community, and they look out for one another, and it's just about one summer and the things that happen there. Our main character Miranda has moved to the island because her mother is marrying a man named Hugh who owns a property on said island. She falls in love, and then circumstances change everything, and then you see her in the future, and then you see her in the past, and it's about first love, and it's about loyalty, and it's about money and class and all of that. So it was a decent read. It just took me a while to get into. So if you're looking for historical fiction and you don't mind a lot of sex in your novels, then I would pick it up. Yeah, it was pretty good. I am still making my way through Queen of Shadows. I'm about 470 pages into this. There is about 650. I'm quite enjoying this. I'm really glad I decided to pick it up this month. This one is extremely action-packed, and I forgot. I forgot that. So I'm quite enjoying it. It is a super quick read, and hopefully after I finish this one sometime this month, I'll be able to pick up Empire of Storms. I'm also reading The Book of Ivy. This is by Amy Ingle. This is a YA dystopian. This was written in 2014. So it is reading just like an old school YA dystopian would read. I'm quite enjoying this. I'm about 80 pages in. Hopefully I can get through it this weekend. This is set in this world where society has collapsed, and this man has come together with this group of people and created this like community, and then these other people show up and they kind of fight over the community and then come to an agreement where the daughters of one side will marry the sons of the other side, and the daughters of this side will marry the sons of that side. So that's the agreement they've come across. Ivy is the daughter of the, no, Ivy is the granddaughter of the founder of this community, and so she has to marry the president's son. But her only goal is to kill him. Now, because this is a YA dystopian, you already know that there's probably going to be a romance. Whoop, bless you, Steve. There's probably going to be a romance, you know, and plans are probably going to change, and I would assume that what Ivy's been taught her whole life is not what it seems to be. I'm already getting that impression, so we will see. It's weird though, because in this society, women and men take on traditional gender roles. Like, women aren't supposed to have jobs. They're supposed to just stay home and like raise kids and like keep house, which is so strange. And men are supposed to go out and like make a living. But yeah, I'm liking it. It's pretty good. And then I'm also supposed to be reading Evidence of the Affair by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I am reading that as a buddy read with Chloe from Always Booked. So that is just a short novella. I think it was only available on Kindle, and so we're gonna read that sometime this weekend. I think it's like 80 something pages, so it should only take us a couple days to get through it, but I'm excited about that one as well. I've had that on my Kindle for a long time. You guys would have seen that in my What's on my Kindle video. So yeah, lots of things to read this weekend. Tomorrow night, Brian and I are gonna go have dinner at this new Mexican restaurant with our brother and sister-in-law. Well, my brother and sister-in-law, his brother. Yeah, and I have the house to myself tonight, so I'm probably gonna do some reading. I think I'm gonna play some Resident Evil because I just got the 7th one, Biohazard, in anticipation of picking up Resident Evil 8 Village, because that one looks really good and I didn't even know that was a thing. Like, growing up, Resident Evil was my favorite game, and someone said that 7, which is like 8, like feeds off of 7, so 7 is like the old school like Resident Evil vibes, which I was excited about. I started playing it last night. It's definitely giving me like Deliverance vibes for sure. It's really messed up, but I'm liking it. So I think I'm gonna play some of that. I'm gonna do some reading, and I will check in with you guys either later tonight or tomorrow, whichever. Okay, so it is currently Saturday, like Saturday afternoon. I am just getting ready to put on my makeup and do my hair and get ready. We're gonna go have dinner. So last night I finished the Book of Ivy, and this book is super quick, like super quick to get through. It's heavy. There is a child rapist in here. There are no like, child rape is mentioned, but there's no like graphic scenes of it, thank God. Domestic abuse, there's a that's mentioned in here. There are signs of that in here. What else? There is a lot of manipulation in here. Emotional manipulation for sure. It's heavy. It's a dystopian, obviously. I liked it, and I thought it was good. I haven't put it through Copile. I think it'll end up being like a 3-star. Now, this is a duology, so I think the next book is like The Revolution of Ivy. I do own it. The way this ends is like on a huge cliffhanger. Like, you don't know what's gonna happen, but obviously like you do know what's gonna take place in the next story. So I don't know if I have decided if I'm going to pick it up or not. It just took a very long time to get to where it was going, and I just feel like maybe the author could have, because this is only 300 pages, 299 pages actually, so the author could have just combined the 2 books, I think, and made like one bigger book. I don't know. So it was okay. I did enjoy it. It was quick. It was a heavy read, but it pretty decent, especially for something that came out in 2014. Like, I think it's exactly what you would think a YA dystopian from that time period would be like. It read just like that. The other thing that bothered me in here is like my camera's gonna die, but these kids are forced to get married at 16 and start popping out babies like as soon as they are married, because apparently the younger you are, like the more chance you have of having like a baby without any kind of birth defects, I guess. I don't know why that is. They never explain that. There are many instances in here where Ivy is told like, oh, you shouldn't be doing that, or we shouldn't talk about that, or I shouldn't tell you that because you're a child. So you can't have these conversations, or she can't be in these situations because you're considering her a child, but yet you forced her to marry someone and start popping out babies as soon as she's married at 16. Like, those two things just don't equate to me, and it really bothered me. Like, you can't call her a child if you're expecting her to become a mother and a wife at 16 years old. What? Oh, and something else that they talk about in here is suicide. So there is mention of that as well. So I don't know. It was, like I said, it was a good read. It was okay read. It's probably gonna end up being a 3-star. Not sure yet if I'm gonna pick up the second book. We'll see. I probably will, but I don't know. So I finished that, and then I also read a little bit more. I'm gonna try to do this before my camera dies. I read some more of Queen of Shadows. I have about 100 pages left. Still quite enjoying it. So hopefully tonight, after we get home, I can wrap this up, because I've been reading it forever, it seems. So yeah, that's the update I have for you now. I'm gonna go get ready, and I will talk to you guys probably later tonight or tomorrow. Hi lovelies. So it is Sunday, around like 12:30 I think, and I have some updates for you. So my thoughts were a little rushed on the Book of Ivy, and I apologize for that, but my camera battery was dying. I did put this through Compile, and it ended up being a 3-star for me. It was a decent read. I'm glad I read it. I finished Queen of Shadows. This book is just so action-packed. It's so action-packed. I really had a good time with this one. This one ended up being 4 stars, and it leads right into the next book. So I'm ready to pick up Empire of Storms now. Again, I don't want to say a lot, but very, very action-packed. I still don't like the dynamic, like the alpha male dynamic between Rowan and Adian at all. Like, it's frustrating for me, but overall I think it's good, and I really enjoyed it. Then today I picked up and read Evidence of the Affair by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This is just a short novella. I buddy read this with Chloe from Always Booked, and I think we both read it in one sitting. Probably took me less than an hour, to be honest. It is a story told in letter format, and I can't say a lot about it because it's only 86 pages, but it is about a woman who discovers that her husband is having an affair, and so she reaches out to the other party. She reaches out to the husband of the other party to let him know that her wife is sleeping with, or his wife is sleeping with her husband. And then they correspond, and that's how the story goes. I thought it was brilliant. I mean, it is only 86 pages. Taylor Jenkins' writing is just fantastic. Like, she just really, her writing is just, it's really good. She just knows how to write. I mean, it's a short story, so it's hard to like love it or give it 5 stars. This one ended up being 4 stars for me once I put it through Compile. You know, novellas sometimes leave a lot to be desired. I feel like the story did what it was supposed to do, but obviously it would have been nice to like have it stretched out a little bit, you know, a little bit longer maybe. I think Chloe and I both really liked it. I think she was gonna give it like 3.5 stars, so it was really good. I really enjoyed it. The dynamic between the two was great. The writing is great. I thought it was good, and I'm glad I finally picked it up. It's been on my Kindle forever, so it was about time that I did that. So I had a great reading week. I read 3 books and 1 novella. I only have 3, I'm like halfway through my June TBR Pursuit TBR, and then I have 1 other book. So I have 4 things left to read in the month of June, and it's only the 13th, so I am doing fantastic. I did switch my team from Camp Contemporary to Comrades of Chaos, and I did that because I'm reading things like dystopian and mystery, historical fiction. So all of those things fit in that genre category, so I would get more points. So unfortunately I did change teams, but it's okay. I'm having a good time. So I haven't put anything into the spreadsheet yet for Whateverathon, so I need to do that to see like where I'm at, how many points I've gotten. I don't know. Yeah, I'm having a good time. I'm reading a lot. It's great. I love it. Our date night last night was a success. We had the most amazing time. It was just so nice to like go on a double date and just be out. You can see my hair is flat now, but I curled it for the first time in over a year, and I wore a dress, and it was really, really good, and I had the best time. But with all that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and close out the vlog here, and I will check in with you guys in the next one. I'll talk to you later. Bye.